and welcome to ISTV English News. This is Panorama giving you the news. Let's see the headlines. After bones and skulls of 7 human beings were found yesterday, bones of 1 more human being found today in excavation of former Tombisna High School ground. News in detail. In almost a Hollywood film-like scene, a bizarre finding of human bones has been made right in the heart of Imphal city during the last 2 days. Bones of 7 human beings were found yesterday during excavation of the ground of former Tombisna High School located right in front of the Old Manipur Assembly Secretariat complex in the middle of the state capital city. Yet 1 more human being's bones were reportedly found today in further excavation. The site where Tombisna High School building was situated earlier is presently being turned into a market complex by the state government, for which the Simplex company is engaged in excavation for construction of the new market complex. The human bones were found amidst the loose soil deposited at Mantri Pukri, where the civil secretariat complex is under construction. The laborers first found the bones while they were carrying and leveling the soil. A team of Haingang Police and Mobile Forensic Unit Manipur came and examined the bones. The forensic team, led by Scientific Officer of the unit, L. Bilasani Chanu, closely examined the human bones, including the skulls. Officials of the forensic science said they came after police informed them about the finding of the bones. A report will be made after post-mortem is performed on the bones and sent to the forensic laboratory. Haingang Police Station has registered a case in connection with the finding of the human bones. Along with the bones, 2 rings, bangles and 4 coins were also found. Manipur People's Party MPP celebrated its 47th Foundation Day at the party office near Polo Ground today. President of MPP L. Sobakiran, Advisor Dr. L. Chandramani, Vice President O. Jugindro, M. Amutombi and many party workers attended the celebration. As part of the celebration, many party leaders who contributed towards the advancement of the party were honored by presenting gifts to them. Besides, eatable items were also distributed to the children of Tera Children Home. Addressing the gathering, President Sobakiran said, "In this 21st century, many leaders of the state are taking interest in amassing their own property instead of taking up welfare measures of the people. MPP is one of the oldest regional parties in India," he said. He further said, "Life is full of happiness and sorrow. Now, the position of MPP is quite sorrowful. But his party will have many MLAs in the state very soon," he opined.
Manipur People's Party this is part of life. This is part of the history of Manipur People's Party. Manipur People's Party ki part amaneba soidana yamna chauba yamna MLA leba ma lakhigani maram de ngai jabdo punchida organization ki orju political party ki orju awaba sab laitaba ngai ba sab laitaba je mapung phate maram sina masai ishor na piba khudor ni ekoi masi yazai.
Now the national and international news. Mr. Raghuvar Das will be the new Chief Minister of Jharkhand. The decision was taken today in Ranchi in the presence of central BJP observers JP Nada and BJ Saharas Budhe. The name of Mr. Das was proposed by MLA from Kunti, Nilkant Singh Munda, and it was seconded by Mr. Surya Rai and CP Singh, and all the present MLAs supported this. Mr. Das will meet the state governor today around 4 p.m. to stake claim for government formation. The new cabinet may take oath on Monday at historical Morhabadi ground. Operations were today intensified against NDFBS militants along the border with Arunachal Pradesh, even as the death toll in the massacre rose to 81. Normal life was meanwhile disrupted by a burnt coal by several organizations in Assam. Meanwhile, Army is going to intensify its operations against the NDFB militants who carried out a deadly attack on tribals in Assam, leaving more than 70 people dead. We are definitely going to intensify our operations in Assam, Army Chief General Dalbar Singh Suhak told reporters after a meeting with Home Minister Rajnath Singh. Meanwhile, day curfew has been relaxed in Baska and Kokrajhar districts today, but security forces are maintaining a strict vigil in affected areas. The army is also staging flag march. On the other hand, the administrations have set up around 40 relief camps in violence-affected areas. In a shocking incident of brazen abuse of power, a batesmith of the Air India chairman and managing director Rohit Nandan was upgraded to first class on an international flight. According to a letter sent by General Secretary of the All India Cabin Crew Association K. Vijay Rao to Civil Aviation Secretary Som Sundaram on November 1, 2014, a passenger joint secretary in the Heavy Industries Ministry Ashok Pavadia on flight AI-120 on the sector Fancroft, Delhi, was illegally upgraded to first class and assigned seat ID. When the crew inquired with the ground staff, they were informed that they had been instructed by the CMD to upgrade Pavadia, an IRTS officer, to first class at any cost. When the crew informed the ground staff that the said seat was already allotted to another passenger, the ground staff told the crew that Pavadia was the CMD's batchmate and had to be upgraded at any cost. The Rajasthan police is investigating an email received by 16 ministers in their official mail accounts threatening a terror strike on January 26, Republic Day. The police said it is trying to verify whether it is a hoax to create panic in peak tourist season in the state. We are looking into where the mail came from and who sent it, said Rajasthan's police chief Upendra Bharadwaj, adding that special instructions for security have been sent out. The email sent from the mail ID Leona Jarda says, "We are from the Indian Mujahideen. Be prepared. We are going to give a big bang surprise. There will be many blasts in Rajasthan and the date of action is 26th January. Police officials emphasized that the mail sent to the official accounts of 10 cabinet ministers and 6 ministers of state must not be allowed to cause panic. They say it is unusual for a terror group to announce when and where they intend to strike. There are signs of the persistent dense fog and poor air quality finally improving across India and Bangladesh next week when a tropical threat looms. The end to the stagnant air pattern from Pakistan to northern India to Bangladesh will not come through this weekend. With weather disturbances passing by to the north too weak to stir up and clear the air, an area of high pressure will instead hold firm and lead to continued dense fog, chilly air and poor air quality. Visibility will continue to drop to zero frequently in many communities, creating dangers for motorists and possible flight delays. This includes in Multan, Pakistan and New Delhi and Patna, India. Amid dense fog, a massive pile-up that involved at least 28 vehicles occurred on India's Yamuna Expressway near the Jiwar Toll Plaza southeast of New Delhi Wednesday morning local time. Sierra Leone has declared lockdown of at least 3 days in the north of the country to try to contain the Ebola epidemic. Shops, markets and non-Ebola related travel services will be shut down, officials said. Sierra Leone has already banned many public Christmas celebrations. More than 7,500 people have died from the outbreak in West Africa so far, the World Health Organization says, with Sierra Leone the worst hit. Sierra Leone has the highest number of Ebola cases in West Africa, with more than 9,000 cases and more than 2,400 deaths since the start of the outbreak. Memorial services are being held in Indonesia and other nations for the victims of the Indian Ocean tsunami on the 10th anniversary of the disaster. In Indonesia's province of Aceh, the worst hit area, Vice President Yusuf Kala laid tributes to the dead at the Siron Mosque grave. Memorial ceremonies will also take place in Thailand and Sri Lanka. More than 2 lakh people died when an underwater earthquake set off massive waves on 26 December 2004. Well, that's all we have for now, but before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the headlines once more. After bones and skulls of 7 human beings were found yesterday, bones of 1 more human being found today in excavation of former Tombisna High School ground. Thank you for watching our news, and for more updates, please stay tuned.